From Ronaldo smashing a phone to a coach attacking his player. These are the 25 times football players showed 100% disrespect. And first, the time two coaches triggered one of the craziest ends to a football match.
Stroked into the bottom corner for 1-1 by Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and Tottenham do have their...
And it's finished. It hasn't finished. Correction. It's only just started. In terms of...
Damn! That was even more chaotic than the Royal Rumble. But at number 24, a player attacked his own teammate. During a match in the Turkish league, Galatasaray defender Markao walked up to his teammate and launched a full-blown assault. From the way he was throwing headbutts and punches, it was almost as if Muhammad stole something from him. But as crazy as this was, but for Otamendi, getting lynched by his opponents didn't stop him from being disrespectful again. During a match between Croatia and Argentina, Nicolas Otamendi pissed off the Croatian players when he shot the ball at the back of Rakitic's head.
Get through the challenge of Mascherano, he didn't quite succeed. Well, boiling point has been reached.
But after narrowly escaping the angry Croatians and a red card, you would expect him to calm down a bit. However, Otamendi did the same thing against France. Bro might be the biggest nuisance in football. Well, at least he did this to his opponents, unlike the next group of guys who disrespected their teammate. While training with his teammates at Brazilian club Palmeiras, Roger Guedes was chased, harassed, and tied up like a thief who had just stolen some oranges. When asked why they disrespected him that way, the players said they wanted to toughen him up.
What the hell?
Are they kidding? This looks more like a humiliation ritual. Eventually, he left the club, and when his new team came up against Palmeiras, Guedes scored a rocket and celebrated in the faces of his old teammates. Now that's how you deal with bullies. But to think, this is just 5 out of the 25 moments in this video. You're in for some crazy times. Because still to come is Ronaldo smashing a kid's phone, a player knocking out a coach, and a player disrespecting Messi. But before we get to those, Ronaldo made a grown man cry at number 20. Back when Ronaldo was playing for Juventus, he had a funny encounter with a Roma player. During the game, he fell easily after being tackled from behind. To be honest, it looked kinda soft. But when Florenzi confronted Ronaldo about it, he called the Roma captain a midget and told him to shut up.
Just a little bit disjointed at the moment. Florenzi getting in around with Ronaldo.
Florenzi furious with Ronaldo. By his actions there, that you've got a lot to say for someone so small, as Florenzi did like that, understandably.
Jacko finds Florenzi, who's in! Oh, what a good finish from the captain!
Yeah, I would have been pissed off too. But this incident reminds me of another disrespectful encounter. In an almost identical situation to the one at number 20, Matt Miyazaga wasn't happy with the way Diego Lainez was trying to tackle him. But instead of just talking about it, he decided to mock his height. This clash is a real-life representation of the relationship between the USA and Mexico. However, this is nothing compared to a player disrespecting the GOAT. During a match between Liverpool and Barcelona, Andy Robertson and Fabinho tracked Messi all the way to win the ball. But on his way back for a counter, Robertson shoved Messi's head like he was some bum. This gesture pissed off Messi so bad that he went to the defender and shoved his head too. I can't lie, that encounter was funny, but there is nothing to smile at about what happens at number 17. With a few minutes left in the match between Freiburg and Frankfurt, David Abram decided to take out his frustrations on the Freiburg coach.
Still we wait for the final whistle. Oh dear me. Well, that is unnecessary. And David Abraham is doing himself no favours here whatsoever, but these are not the types of scenes that we want to see at the end of a game.
This drew an instant response from the Freiburg bench, who wanted to tear him to pieces. I gotta say, he's a lucky guy for escaping this incident without a scratch. Unfortunately, the player at number 16 wasn't so fortunate when he clashed with Ronaldo. Heading into the match against Liverpool, Cristiano Ronaldo and his teammates were hopeful of a good result in front of their home fans. But after 45 minutes, they found themselves already 3-0 down, angry and frustrated. So when Alisson blocked Ronaldo's effort, he took out his frustration on the innocent Curtis Jones. That is such a funny and disrespectful kick. However, the Liverpool players didn't find it amusing and squared off with the GOAT.
Initially a foul, that in itself perhaps worthy of yellow. But the second action from Cristiano Ronaldo is open to interpretation that could be.
But at least they know who Ronaldo is, unlike the next player who denied knowing a legend. During a match between PSG and Saint Etienne, Zlatan Ibrahimovic pretended not to know who Paul Bass was. He even went as far as checking behind the player's jersey, only for Bass to do the same thing to him.
What the f*** are you?
I guess that makes it fair and square. However, there's nothing good about the disrespect that happens at number 14. It happened during a match between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Lionel Messi was sitting on the ground after being fouled. While everyone was distracted, Pepe came close and stamped on Messi's hand. The reaction from Messi seemed dramatic, but when you look at the replay, it really was nasty. Such a disrespectful way to treat a football legend. But while Pepe got the better of Messi here, the Argentine took out his frustrations on the player at number 13. With 13 minutes left in the match between Bayern Munich and Barcelona, Lionel Messi wasn't ready to get knocked out of the Champions League. So when the ball was passed to him, he did this.
Deserved that goal scorer. And here he is again. Here he is again. That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
This felt so disrespectful and unnecessary. Why did Messi have to do him like that? But while Messi used his skills to humiliate his opponent, Cellini had more straightforward plans at number 12. In the 2020 Euro final between England and Italy, the game seemed destined for penalties as both teams cancelled each other out.
Trippier who'll cross, and it's Luke Shaw. Collected by Insigne. Dribbled his way to the bar. It's flicked across. This is a problem, and it is in. Italy on level, and it is Bonucci.
With the end of the match approaching, Bukayo Saka thought he had dribbled past Chiellini, only for the veteran to do this.
Saka. I don't think you can do that.
Bro dragged him down like a sack of potatoes. But while this tackle was understandable, what Ronaldo did at number 11 was totally unnecessary.
Merseyside police are investigating an incident in which Cristiano Ronaldo appeared to knock a mobile phone out of a supporter's hand at Everton.
Frustrated and angry about losing to Everton, Cristiano Ronaldo was limping back to the dressing room when a young fan begged for a selfie. But instead of taking a picture, Ronaldo angrily smashed the kid's phone. Damn! He definitely heard the fans calling him shit.
Cristiano Ronaldo appeared to knock a mobile phone out of a supporter's hand at Everton. Ronaldo apologised on Instagram last night. He said it's never easy to deal with emotions in difficult moments, such as the one we are facing. Nevertheless, we always have to be respectful, patient, and set the example for all the youngsters who love the beautiful game. I would like to apologise for my outburst, and if possible, I would like to invite this supporter to watch a game at Old Trafford as a sign of fair play and sportsmanship.
And now that we've made it to our top 10, we have to take the disrespect to a whole new level. I'm talking about Mourinho calling his player an old man and a player headbutting his opponent. But before we get to those, we have to see the epic brawl between the USA and Mexico. With the Mexicans losing 3-0 to their fierce rivals, Montez had had enough of the disrespect and took out his frustration on Balogun.
Tough challenge from Alvarez. That's taking his spear. There's a push onto the back of Serginho Dest. A straight red.
This sparked a massive fight between both sets of players. It was so chaotic that the referee didn't even know who to book. But while this beef was between neighbors, the player at number 9 disrespected his entire team.
I'm not hiding that the empathy with the coach is not good. I'm honest.
You don't have a good relationship with him?
The empathy is not good.
Do you think he respects you?
I think he don't respect the way I should deserve.
In the second season of his sensational return to Manchester United, Cristiano Ronaldo fell out with his coach Erik ten Hag. As a result, the manager started putting him on the bench, a decision Ronaldo found extremely disrespectful. With the tension at its peak, ten Hag benched Ronaldo again for the match against Tottenham. So when Ronaldo figured he wasn't going to play, he did this.
Replenishes the freshness. There you go, good night. Rakitic.
What's just happened, Clinton?
He's walked down the tunnel. I just saw him, I don't know what, 4 minutes of added on time, but yeah, they showed Cristiano Ronaldo walking back down the tunnel, probably to the dressing room.
If he's done that, it's an absolute disgrace. I think that's disrespectful to the team, to the manager, to the fans. They're winning 2-0. What complaint can he have within this? If they were losing 2-0, it still wouldn't be right, but I would sort of understand it. He clearly thinks he's bigger than the football club.
I'm not hiding that the empathy with the coach is not good. I'm honest.
You don't have a good relationship?
The empathy is not good.
Do you think he respects you?
I think he don't respect the way I should deserve. Everyone knows that.
Disrespecting you?
Exactly. This is why I say I don't have respect for him because he don't show me respect for me.
But at number 8, a coach called his own player old. In 2014, Jose Mourinho went on camera to accuse Samuel Eto'o of falsifying his age.
Eto'o va de mieux en mieux, je dirais, quand même. Il est mieux qu'au début, en tout cas. Non?
32 ans, peut-être 35, je ne sais pas.
This went viral because Mourinho was Eto'o's coach at the time. As you'd expect, Eto'o wasn't happy with what his manager said. So when he scored the opening goal of the very next game, he celebrated like this. This reminds me of the time Messi had a beef with another coach. Leading up to the match between the Netherlands and Argentina, Dutch coach Louis van Gaal went on TV and called Messi a lazy player.
Messi is the most dangerous, creative player. He is able to help create a lot and to score goals himself. But when they lose the ball, he doesn't participate much. This gives us chances.
So when Messi scored a goal against them, he went straight to the Dutch bench to do this. After the game, Messi still went to give the coach a piece of his mind.
Van Gaal saying we got an advantage in penalties. If we go to penalties, we win. I think he needs to keep his mouth shut.
However, this wasn't the only controversial thing he did that day. During the game, Messi wasn't happy with the way Weghorst tackled him. He even took his time to show the ref his bruises, but no action was taken. After the game, Weghorst waited to shake Messi's hand, but the Argentine was having none of it. Still, Weghorst didn't give up. He stood there waiting for Messi to finish his press conference. And when Messi spotted him waiting, he said this.
Con Leo Messi. Bueno, Leo, quedaste un poco caliente por el final.
¿Qué mira, bobo? ¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda para allá, bobo. Anda para allá.
Tranquilo, Leo.
As bad as calling someone a fool is, it is nothing compared to what Douglas Costa did at number 5. During a match between Juventus and Sassuolo, Douglas completely lost his cool after being tackled by Francesco. Thankfully, the referee stepped in to cool things down. Or so we thought.
And the header was superb.
When the referee ordered the game to restart, Costa and Francesco kept on arguing, only for Costa to spit in his mouth.
Douglas Costa was sent off for straight.
As disgusting as this was, another player decided to recreate the same thing. After being slapped up by the Seattle Sounders, Luis Suarez went straight for the Seattle coach and started harassing him. When the coach didn't respond, Suarez spat on him. Doing this to a man old enough to be your father is the lowest of lows. But at number 3, Haaland disrespected the wrong teenager. In the match between Arsenal and Manchester City, a controversial red card for Arsenal turns what was a beautiful game into a scrappy affair. Arsenal defended wave after wave of Man City attacks. It looked as if they were going to do the impossible. But with the last kick of the game, City equalized. In the midst of the celebrations, Haaland threw the ball at the back of Gabriel's head. The bad blood continued at full time, with Haaland telling Arteta to stay humble. craziest part was when he asked Louis Skelly who he was. So when the teams met in the second leg, Louis Skelly scored and mocked Haaland's celebration. But at number 2, Ibrahimovic cooked. But now, it's time for the most disrespectful moment in football history. After the match between Bastia and PSG ended, Ronaldo stood in the tunnel like he was waiting for something. As soon as Mota came close to him, he headbutted the PSG player and ran off.
Thiago Motta, Brandao se dirige alors vers lui et lui assène un violent coup de tête avant de prendre la fuite. Thiago Motta a le nez en sang, Claude Makelele tente de faire redescendre la tension. L'entraîneur Bastia a déclaré qu'il prendrait lui-même des sanctions contre son joueur si celui-ci était à l'origine de l'incident.
As expected, Mota was furious and tried to go after him, but the security kept blocking him. The visibly angry and frustrated Mota was now left with a bloodied nose and no way to vent. When Brandao was asked why he did what he did, he said it was because Mota kept insulting him throughout the game. Unfortunately for him, the French FA banned him for 6 months, and the police sentenced him to a year in prison. But as crazy as this was, it is nothing compared to the time a player twerked on live TV, or when another beat up her opponent. Click on the next video to see the craziest moments in women's football.